Hi everyone, today I'm doing my stock market portfolio review for November 2019. Sorry I'm not in the office again, I'm just a little bit too busy with work to go in the office and do the video, so I'm kind of having to do it in a makeshift location right now, but hopefully on the next video I'll be back in the office doing the video. But we'll get stuck into my stock market portfolio review for November 2019. So there's been a few changes in the portfolio, and if you've been keeping up with the videos recently, you'll know exactly what those changes are. I have also taken Aurora out of the stock portfolio review just because it's my smallest position and everything in here is kind of tracked as the same size position, and it's unfair to compare it to Microsoft, which is like 9 times bigger. So if anyone has any better programs for tracking stock market returns, please let me know, because I'd like something a little bit better than what I'm using right now. But at the moment, this is the best way to do it. And like I say, I think it was a bit unfair to keep Aurora in when it's like 10 times smaller than my Microsoft position, but it's still getting counted as the same percent. And everything on here is done as long-term holdings. So if we look into November, we had JD.com, which had a nice earnings report towards the back end of October, and it was up 4.31%. We had Microsoft that had a 6.64%. Apple was the stock that we sold in April. We had Johnson & Johnson, which had one of its better months, 6.68%. Visa was 3.79%. Constellation Brands is one we sold off. Facebook 6.70%. Walgreens another 6% there. CBRE Group had another good one. We had Carnival Corporation, which was one of the best performers in the portfolio, 2%. Alibaba had a great month to do with earnings, and also it had its Hong Kong listing. That was 13%. Tesla, a bit more of a quieter month than last time, but that was still 4%, 4.77% gain. Align had another great month at 9.18%. Algae stock had a great month at 7.27%, which has put me off kind of buying any more shares in Algae at the moment while it's at these sort of prices. We had Uber that had a bit of a bad month that went down 9%, and that also led me to go buy some more shares. And iRobot is one of my newest stock, which I bought on the 15th of November, and we're currently down about 1.91% on the position, which is probably a stock that I'm probably going to buy sometime soon. Now, the S&P had a really good month. That the S&P went up 3.84%, which was the best month since June this year, which in June it went up 5%. That means the return on mine, everything is taken from the 29th to the 28th, so if the numbers don't match up with yours, that's probably why, but that means the S&P at the moment has a return of 21.67%, and my total portfolio right now is up 27.51%. Now, we always try and beat the S&P 500, and at the moment we are doing that, and we've got an even nicer gap now. We're probably about just over 6% up on the portfolio right now, which is fantastic, and it looks like this year I am going to probably outperform the S&P 500 again for the third year in a row since starting to invest in the stock market. I was slightly worried kind of like halfway to the year that I wasn't going to beat it, but at the moment it looks fantastic. Changes in the portfolio wise, I'm probably going to be buying more shares in iRobot. On this list in December, I'm probably going to make a few changes, and I'll probably do a whole video about me reviewing my portfolio towards like probably the end of the year about any changes that I'm going to make. But I'm probably going to be buying iRobot this month. I'd like to be buying Disney this month, and I'm also considering taking my profit in CBRE Group. I'm thinking about selling that one at the moment, and I'm also considering maybe selling Johnson & Johnson to kind of help pay for some Disney shares. So those are kind of like the two stocks I'm looking at maybe selling. And Disney and iRobot are definitely two stocks that I'm looking at buying at the moment, like the 3 stocks I'm buying video that I did, and maybe potentially some Dropbox going forward. And overall, those are kind of the changes that I'm looking to make, maybe in the portfolio in the month of December going forward. But overall, I'm happy with the outperformance of the S&P 500 this month. So guys, that's my stock market portfolio return for December. Obviously, quite a nice beat overall. Hopefully, we'll finish with that beating the S&P 500 towards the end of the year. Hopefully that carries on, and like I say, if I do make any changes, I'll update you and make a video about it, hopefully in the office as well, which would be great. So if you could give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next video.